The Toronto Maple Leafs are about to face the playoffs, but a major decision could shake the team in an unexpected way. Head coach Craig Berube has made statements hinting at a possible lineup change, which has spelled trouble for a young talent. But what's really behind this choice? And could this decision come at a high cost to the team? Berube's recent comments about Max Pacioretty's health have reignited speculation that he might be locked into the playoff lineup. This could be great news for the veteran, but at the same time, it puts Nick Robertson in a tough spot. After all, for Pacioretty to step in, someone has to step out, and Robertson seems to be the main candidate to lose his spot. To illustrate the situation humorously, Tic Tac Tomar shared a meme on X that perfectly captures the impact of this decision on Robertson. But jokes aside, the young winger's numbers don't favor him. In 61 games, only 19 points and defensive struggles. Despite still having potential at 23 years old, Robertson has already attracted interest from several teams before the trade deadline. As a result, a possible offseason departure is not out of question. On the other hand, Pacioretty, who has been battling injuries, hasn't had a stellar performance either. 13 points in 37 games. So, is it really worth sidelining Robertson to make room for him? The NHL's logic usually favors veterans in these situations, and Pacioretty's experience and physicality could work in his favor. But if he's not in top form or fails to make an impact in the playoffs, Robertson might get another chance to prove his worth. And we can't forget that this decision isn't just about stats. Team chemistry is also a crucial factor. Could tweaking the lineup at this stage affect the Leafs' playoff performance? Pacioretty brings a veteran presence, but his adaptation to the team's pace will be something to watch. Meanwhile, Robertson, despite his struggles, knows the team's dynamics well and could be a valuable asset in specific situations. Moreover, there's an emotional factor at play. For Robertson, being sidelined at this moment could affect his confidence, which in the long run might impact his development as a player. Many promising young players in the NHL have faced tough moments before breaking out. Are the Leafs willing to risk losing a player who could become a key piece in the future? Another point worth mentioning is the team strategy in the market. If Robertson isn't utilized, what's the next move? A trade could be in the works, and we already know some teams have shown interest in him. What could the Leafs get in return? An immediate boost to the playoffs or a long-term investment for future seasons? With so many variables involved, this is a decision that could impact not just the postseason, but also the franchise's future. What do you think? Does Pacioretty deserve the spot? Or should the Leafs bet on Robertson? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know your opinion. Oh! And if you've made it this far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps our work and ensures you don't miss any updates about the Leafs. And one more thing. The next few weeks promise some bombshell news, so turn on notifications to stay on top of everything and stick around. There's still more to come. As the NHL trade deadline on March 7 has passed, rumors are still heating up, and the Toronto Maple Leafs continue to be linked to several big-name players. But one name, in particular, is drawing a lot of attention. Dylan Cozens of the Buffalo Sabres. Could this trade actually happen? Or are we looking at yet another unlikely rumor? Kevin Weeks of ESPN and NHL Network revealed that Toronto, the Montreal Canadiens, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Calgary Flames have shown interest in the young center. And Pierre LeBrun of TSN added even more fuel to the speculation, stating that about two-thirds of the league have reached out to Buffalo about Cozens. This only heightens fan expectations. But before getting too excited, we need to face reality. What is really preventing this trade from happening? The biggest obstacle? Cozens' contract. At 23 years old, he still has a long-term commitment with the Sabres. $7.1 million against the salary cap for 5 more seasons. This would be a hefty investment for the Leafs, especially considering he hasn't replicated his explosive 2022-23 performance when he scored 31 goals and totaled 68 points. Last year, he managed only 47 points in 79 games, and this season he has just 10 goals and 26 points in 53 games. Is he really worth the risk? Another critical factor, the Leafs' salary cap space. With goaltender Anthony Stolarz coming off long-term injury reserve, Toronto has only $2.2 million available. Even if Buffalo retains part Cozens' salary, the Leafs would still need to clear more space, making this trade extremely complicated. And there's more. Is Cozens really the best option for Toronto? Many experts believe a more experienced veteran with a shorter contract would make much more sense for the team right now. That's why Brock Nelson of the Islanders has been frequently mentioned. He would be a pure rental for the playoffs, and a $6 million cap hit would be easier to accommodate. The Islanders may decide to keep Nelson since they're in great form, 8 wins in their last 10 games. But there are still other veteran centers available on the market who might be a better fit for the Leafs. Additionally, acquiring Cozens wouldn't come cheap. Buffalo won't just give him away for any offer. LeBron has already made it clear. For the Sabres to even consider trading him, they would need a high-quality return, meaning an impact NHL player. And here's the problem. Toronto doesn't want to lose key roster pieces, especially in a season where the priority is strengthening the team for a deep playoff run. Now, is there a chance the Leafs go all in on Cozens? Yes, that possibility always exists. But it's a long shot, and before anything else, we need to remember one important detail. Buffalo and Toronto are division rivals. That alone makes a trade even more difficult. There are too many barriers for this deal to go through, and the truth is, the Sabres are still trying to end their long playoff drought. So sending Cozens to a direct rival simply doesn't make sense for them. Another key factor to consider is how Cozens would fit into the Leaf system. He could add valuable offensive depth, but would his playing style mesh with the team? Toronto boasts an explosive and dynamic offense, while Cozens, despite his talent, has yet to establish himself as a game changer this season. Plus, his inconsistency could be a problem down the stretch and in the playoffs. Another crucial factor is the Leafs front office mentality. Is Brad Treliving willing to give up significant assets to acquire Cozens? The team already has a solid core and is looking to optimize its roster for immediate playoff success. If the goal is to win now, the better option might be to target a more experienced and proven player rather than a young talent who still has something to prove. And let's not forget the fan base. Leafs fans are incredibly passionate and demanding. A trade for Cozens could divide opinions, especially if he fails to make an immediate impact. If management decides to take the risk, they must be certain this is the best move for both the present and future of the team. With so many variables in play, this trade seems unlikely. But in the NHL, anything can happen. Now I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Leafs should push for Cozens despite all these challenges? Or would it be better to pursue a more realistic target? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss. Oh, and if you've made it this far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps our work and ensures you don't miss any updates from the hockey world. And one more thing. The next few weeks promise some bombshell news, so turn on notifications to stay in the loop. Now, if you want to learn more about the Leafs' potential moves and other off-season trade possibilities, check out this video appearing at the end.